Please welcome Craig Wiggins, Managing Director at TheCannalysts, and Trisha LeBlanc, National Cannabis Leader at Grant Thornton.
Good. There we go. Oops. Already dropping stuff.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first ever WECann conference in beautiful Leamington, Ontario. Woohoo! My name is Trisha LeBlanc, and I am the National Cannabis Industry Leader at Grant Thornton, and it is my privilege and my absolute pleasure to be with all of you today, with the sponsors, the speakers, clients, and businesses who fuel the cannabis industry in Canada and well into the future. It is truly an exciting time for Canada and the cannabis industry. Legalization was less than a month ago, and Canadians, businesses, and governments are pivoting to embrace these new economic streams. There are some aspects to the industry that require some fine-tuning, okay, such as matching supply to demand. We got to get that right still. The retail strategy in certain provinces, we got to get our deliveries in less than, say, 2 weeks. But we're really still at the beginning phase of this industry, and Canada truly, truly is at the forefront. I want to take the time to give our sincere thanks to everyone who came out to see us today. From near and far, we have people from all over the country that have come to Leamington and are in this room and sitting with you today. We promise you a day filled with valuable insights and significant network connections. A few things to note about today's conference. Taking place in this room is an agenda that is packed with a variety of interesting speakers, several sponsor booths at the back and out into the foyer area, and just outside the doors in the lobbies as well, so in both the foyer and the lobby. So please visit these sponsor booths during the day, because we wouldn't actually be here today if it weren't for all of those wonderful sponsors that are here. Now, I would like to take some time to introduce my friend, my co-host, Craig Wiggins, Managing Director of TheCannalysts. Many of you already know Craig, or at least you know his alter ego, Go Blue, on Reddit or Twitter. If you follow any of the Cannalysts' work, or Craig's work, or the Cannalysts' work, you will know that Craig, and indeed the Cannalysts, don't hold back. They tell it like they see it. And you know that when you are following them, Craig's raw and honest posts are just a reflection of who he is in real life and in person. So that's one of the things that drew us to co-present this conference today with the Cannalysts. Grant Thornton and the Cannalysts put together this conference to connect the important people within the cannabis industry, and in what better place than the Windsor-Essex region?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wow. Windsor-Essex is on the trajectory to being Canada's production capital for cannabis. I've lived in Windsor-Essex since 2002. Longest place I ever lived. Many of us went through the Great Recession in 08, 09, and there's some auto people in here, and I'm part of that auto industry. And it was tough. It was tough given the uncertainty of the Heinz leaving Leamington as well. But the very good news is people in this area are so resilient. They're wartime generals from these events that have shook us at times. We're endowed with not only a great cultivation knowledge and history, but also some of the best advanced manufacturing in Canada. If we can harness both the cultivation side and the advanced manufacturing side, this region is going to be very, very well placed to take full advantage of cannabis legalization, not only in Canada, but around the world. For those of you that are not familiar with the Cannalysts, a couple of my partners are here, we have some of our mods here. We have curated what we think is a great community of engaged investors, and the community is so good that we get people like Vic and like Dieter and like Dan Sutton and like Rosie willing to fly out and spend time with us. And it's not just because of the Cannalysts, it's because of the community. We have combined fundamental financial analysis, that's what I do, with equity box scrutiny, which Andrew, my partner's out here somewhere, he does, and we've rounded it off by having a scientist in our midst. How many analysis firms have that? We have Graham Jones, our scientist here. So we have curated this platform, this multimedia platform, and WECann became a natural extension of it. We offer analysis, not advice. You come and ask any of us what stock to pick, we will point you to our due diligence and say, read that and come up with it in your own mind. I don't want your problems. We will share our analysis. We call a spade a shovel. We read financial statements out loud, and there's some companies that don't like us reading financial statements out loud, but we will do that, and we will continue to do that. By being as upfront as we have been, we enjoy relationships with almost every C-suite of the top 10 companies in Canada. I'm very excited to share this informative day and share our vision of what a B2B cannabis conference looks like. And my partner back there is doing the Hercules thing repeatedly. Why? Because we've been to other events that attract retail investors, cannabis curious, and the like. We wanted a B2B event. Why? Because this is what's going to stick. The economic opportunity is what's going to stick. So I'm very excited about the conference. We have an excellent lineup. Anyone who knows this industry, and this was our biggest thing. This is an inaugural event, and our biggest thing was getting the awareness out, because we kept our advertising budget to a minimum. We relied on word of mouth. We sold out. Well done, Leamington. Well done. We have Vic Neufeld here. We have Dieter McPherson. We got Rosie. We got Dan Sutton. We have a packed agenda, an absolute packed agenda. Aphria prides itself on its greenhouse grow methods, its low-cost cultivation, its premium Broken Coast cannabis brand, its superior patient care and consistent products. Vic's our keynote today here in Leamington, and he will speak to the coupling of cannabis cultivation, technology, and innovation. I urge you to use this day to get those questions, those unanswered questions answered. Satisfy your curiosities on topics like extraction. Rosie's here. If you don't take advantage of Rosie, if you're about to grow here and you don't understand extraction, talk to Rosie. How to attract capital. Our panels are unbelievably good. Cannabis regulations with Mary Fox. Finances. Cultivation. The success of today's conference will be measured by what you have learned. We already know a lot, and I can't wait to absorb it. For some of you, it's going to be like drinking from a fire hose. Enjoy it. There are lots of opportunities for growth in this market. I also want to get some housekeeping out of the way. And first things, please share your photos and experiences today on social media. I'm now a 52-year-old guy. I was a 51-year-old guy. I had to learn Twitter. I had my wife and kids teaching me. We're not bad at it yet, but it really, I've never seen an industry where you can learn so much on Twitter because they're out there sharing. The auto industry, you're not going to get the CEOs of the auto industry sharing their thoughts on Twitter. You'll get that in the cannabis industry. If you tweet out, please use the hashtag WECann2018. Tag us at TheCannalysts and at Grant Thornton CA. And you know what? The agenda was, also turn your phones off. I just remembered to do mine before getting up here. An agenda was handed out at registration to follow along. I'd like to note that today's conference is being video recorded as well. We're looking to have a fun, informative day. Now, let's get this thing rolling.